One of the challenges we face in life is maintaining a positive attitude. By attitude, I mean the way we think or feel about someone or something. In a world full of both positive and negative energy, it's very easy for us to live a life that just goes with the flow. A life that sways from one side to another. Maybe it's a teacher you dislike, maybe it's a boss you disfavor. And so, you develop a negative attitude towards them. Maybe say, my teacher hates me. Or my boss just keeps criticizing my work. Doesn't he know how much time I spend? And so, it's very easy for us to develop a negative attitude towards them. But who is this really hurting? You are the one who will fail at the subject. You are the one who will be miserable at work. And so today, I want to share with you a way in which you can take back control. A way in which you can take back that power. A way in which you can make things better. First, by understanding that attitudes are made in the mind. Our brain is like a supercomputer, storing information throughout our lives. May it be our beliefs, our memories, or our values. It stores this information and develops attitudes based on how these experiences affected us in our lives. That's why if you see a dog today and maybe in your childhood you have a memory of you being attacked by a dog, you will act in a way that suggests that you are afraid of it. Why? Because your brain tells you that, hey, this is a dog, it attacks people, warranting a negative attitude towards the dog. But if you have a good memory of a dog, then once you see the dog right now, you will try to befriend it. You will be encouraged and favor it. Why? Because your mind has developed a positive attitude towards the dog based on your previous experiences. Therefore, this means that your attitude is formed based on the experiences that are stored in your mind. Now that we understand how attitudes are formed, the next way in which we gain the controlling power is by understanding how attitudes affect us. The law of vibration claims that everything we see, hear, smell, taste or touch is in constant motion and never stays idle. That everything that is around us vibrates and gives off a certain energy once it vibrates. This law also states that things vibrate at different frequencies or different vibration levels. This all makes sense once we understand the law of attraction. Bob Proctor goes on to say that the law of attraction claims that when two bodies or energies vibrate at the same frequency, they attract each other. Have you ever wondered how when someone thinks negative thoughts, then they attract negative things into their life? Have you ever wondered how when someone thinks positive thoughts, then they attract positive things into their lives? This is all based on the law of vibration and attraction. The law of vibration states also that thought is one of the highest forms of vibration. And once we think, then we activate our brain cells. They start vibrating. And once they vibrate, they attract things that vibrate within that same frequency. John Milton says that the mind in itself and its space can make a heaven out of hell or make a hell out of heaven. Then this means that attitude through thought determines what we attract into our lives. And that is why attitude is so important. You cannot have a negative attitude and expect to draw positive things in your life. And you cannot have a positive attitude and expect negative things into your life. Bob Proctor equates this to someone who has jumped off a tall building and is falling down, yet expecting to go up. It defies the law of gravity. Well, unless you have a jetpack, it defies the laws. And these are the laws of vibration and attraction. They determine what we attract into our lives, and that is why attitude is so important. So, how do we maintain a positive attitude? Through awareness. Being aware involves us being in a mental space that recognizes that life is happening for us and not to us, as Tony Robbins says. Being aware is responding to life and not reacting to life. One of the former senators of Nebraska, Mr. David Benard once told me that there's a difference between reacting and responding. Reacting comes from the knowledge within our mind. Responding comes from the wisdom within our spirits. And one is definite, the other is indefinite. Eric Thomas, who's one of my mentors, says that in life, you're either going into a storm, you are in a storm, or you're coming out of one. This means that you're going to face challenges. You're going to go through tough times. It's evident, it's even written in the Bible that you are going to face tough times. You are going to go through dark days. But it is important that you have a positive attitude. It's important, it's necessary for you to survive, to have a positive attitude, to be aware by responding to things, by saying, what am I supposed to learn from this, as compared to saying, why is this happening to me? It's evident that you are going to face challenges. It's evident that you are going to go through tough times. It's evident, it's life, that you are going to go through those dark, stormy days. But it is important that you have a positive attitude, because that is the only thing that is going to enable you to move through that tough time. That is what is going to build you. You have to grow through what you go through, and it's only by a positive attitude that you are going to understand what these situations, what these challenges are there to teach you. And so today I encourage you to use this understanding to propel yourself towards positive thought, towards positive attitudes, and towards a positive life.